Hi, y'all. I am back. So, we're going to be speaking or discussing why men are made for us. Now, as a YouTuber, especially as a female YouTuber or a lady YouTuber, I come in contact with some of the most vile and disgusting of creatures and comments. But as a lady, I understand why. Lack of self-control and lack of self-knowledge of, you know, a man's role. Um, so that's why I'm not really offended. So if most men knew their purpose, you know, they would act accordingly. And when I say this, I'm not saying that um, men are inferior. I'm saying they just don't understand their purpose. That's it. um, if something was, let's just say, if a product was created, it had a purpose in mind. Why, when inventing the product or when creating the product, there was a purpose in mind before. You don't just make something and with no purpose. You know what I'm saying? Nothing forms out of thin air without a purpose. I'm getting ready to go deep with y'all. So, right. And if it's a good product, I'm going to use words that we understand as women products. If it's a good product, it has more than one purpose, right? And there's different products of different qualities, right? You have the generic brand and the luxury brand. So, but let's just use a purse, for example. A purse has a purpose to hold your stuff, could be a fashion accessory. It could be, you know, something to put all your money in, to hold your medications, gum, keys, whatever you're toting around, brush, lipstick. So there's many purposes. But if we made a purse and didn't know what it was for, we'd be wearing it as a hat or as a shoe or using it as a bowl, trying to eat some soup out of it. So when something is created, it is created with a purpose or multiple purposes. Okay. So if now I'm gonna go into science on you guys. I'm just gonna go into science because this is the only way to shut up idiots is to go into science. So if the man came after the woman because let's go into the chromosome XYXX. Man comes after woman in science. Okay. In every scientific research, man comes after woman. Okay. So if woman created a man physically through her body, it was for a purpose. Your DNA lined up and created a being different than yourself for a purpose. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go into spirituality or religion on this. Believe whatever you want to believe. But men were created bigger, stronger, more logical, and for the purpose of not being soft, nurturing, emotional, and vulnerable. Okay. They were created to be your complement. Just like if I bought a phone and I didn't get the charger for it, then you know, I won't have a phone and after the battery runs out. The man is the plug, the woman is the outlet. Okay. Um, so they're complements to each other. Okay. Now that we understand that, the complements and the characteristics that were put into a man by design is strength, and it's also size, so that you, the man, can do the work, the protecting, you know, and all of that. That was your purpose. When the woman and the man have a child, the man is supposed to then protect the child and the mother. So they have to be stronger and bigger and logical and think outside of emotion to make quick, fast, intelligent decisions that a woman probably would get wrong due to her, oh my gosh, I can't leave behind, her emotion. So, in order to best survive, the man purpose is that. Okay. If he's trading purpose with women, then his purpose becomes obsolete, it becomes useless. Okay. And right. If a man loses his purpose, he becomes useless. And when a man becomes useless, they become reckless, you know. And when a man becomes reckless, he becomes violent, and so on and so forth. Um, so the true purpose of a man is to guard and protect and take care of his family, woman, mama, sister, cousin, whoever. It doesn't matter even if you're in a relationship. You could, it doesn't, it could just be your sister, your mother. You know how when you're a man and you have a little sister and you want to protect her against all the little boys out there that you know exactly what they want from her? Or you ever have a daughter, if you're a grown man and you have a daughter and you feel like that mode of protection just jumps into you when your daughter is born? That's how you're supposed to feel about a woman. You're supposed to take the emotion out of it and the logic is supposed to take over. Your feelings are important, yeah, but you're not supposed to abandon your purpose because of your emotion. Ooh, that's deep, right? That's why, most mothers, I'm gonna say not all, but most mothers will never abandon their children because that's their purpose. Their purpose is a nurturer, a mother, and how do you get your hair? You'll figure it out. You can go watch all my old videos. But our purpose is a nurturer, a mother, and a creator, being creative. So we're not gonna abandon that. But a man's purpose can be easily perverted, I would say, or easily um, changed due to society because of not having enough, and that's just the truth. That's why women need to seek out men who still understand their purpose, not ones that don't. I have a lot of people writing me asking me to fix their man. Your man can't be fixed unless he has and knows his purpose. Okay. So I can't fix someone who doesn't know or want to know their purpose. I can't fix a situation where you don't even know your purpose as a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because if you take his purpose away from him, then he has no need to be there. So a lot of women are super masculine in their approach, in their relationships, and how they even talk to men. So most men just go away because you got that, you know. Um, and even though you got it because it's within you, because a man came out of you, like if you ever have a son, um, men come out of women. So you already know this. So let him serve his purpose. Let him serve his purpose. Stop trying to take his job. You know what I'm saying? Um, and once someone is truly in their role or in their purpose, they enjoy it. They enjoy it. Now, when you exploit their purpose, like some of us do, um, some people exploit other people's purposes, and we understand that. But sometimes it's a form of punishment. But if done properly, it won't seem like it. So if, let's just say, if you meet a person and they find you to be the best thing ever on this earth and will do anything for you, right? They're going to serve their purpose. They're going to provide and protect for you, no problem. But you can get way more out of them because of how you present yourself to them. You see what I'm saying? So this is also where your feminine nature comes in, your beauty, your approach, your feminine speech, your non-masculine demands is going to create the want and the need to go above and beyond their basic purposes. You know what I mean? So, right. And men who say that women are made for men have it totally backwards. Because of, seriously. Think about this. Why would a man just think about this for 2 seconds. Let's just think. Why would a man want to create a being that was weaker, less knowledgeable? I'm not saying we're less knowledgeable, but this is what they think about it. Weaker, unable to pull their weight as he could pull. And that every time you slept with them, they would create another mouth to feed. Why would they create that? What would be their purpose? They don't need protection. They're already big and strong. They don't need someone that can walk upright and speak, because they can do that with animals. They can get it on with the animals because they can't, which is what a lot of them people were doing with the sheep and the animals back in the old days. They couldn't get a woman. So why would they need a woman? They wouldn't create a woman. They would not create a woman. Let's just think about it. A woman would not be needed. A woman would create a man for her protection from animals, from the elements, so that he could build stuff for her. To think more logically in times of needing to move quick and fast. To create her visions, to manifest her ideas and her creative plans. Okay, yeah, we're getting deep. Because think about it. You go into a man's house, or you go to a woman's house. Totally different. Thank you, Imana. Hey, auntie, you're going. Thank you. You go into a man's house, you got the basics. A ugly couch, a rug that don't match, paper plates, forks, you know, um, and even if they have money, it's just very plain and blah, right? Unless they have a feminine way. Then they have some style because that's the creativity coming through, the feminine aspect. Um, then you go into a woman's house, a real woman, a feminine woman. Thank you, Kate. Um, your auntie turned on my bids. Yay. So thank you for the donation. So you walk into a woman's house, they have dishes, plates, rugs that match, stuff hanging on the wall, a refrigerator full of food, um, you know, stuff hung, mirrors, nice dining table, kitchen table. It's a home. It feels like a home. The other one feels sterile, maybe. So, usually the woman creates the home vibe, the feeling. She can take a holiday and turn it into a tradition. So the man has to be put in place to do those type of things. Okay. In order for the woman's vision to become reality. And most men don't know their role because they didn't see it growing up. But that's not really an excuse because today they have the internet, they have classes, they have books, they have movies that show you your role. Even if it has to be gotten that way, it's still your role, your purpose. Okay. So there's no longer really an excuse. You know better, so you're supposed to do better. Now, most men that have financial stability or money, most men that have money, have no problem with this role. I'm not saying all, I'm saying most because it's easy for them. Easy. Which is why you must, as a woman, look, let a man get his money before you try to make him live in his purpose, because he can't live in his purpose if he don't have money, if he doesn't have the means to provide for you. You'll have them women, oh, just stay with me all up under me, and you don't have to work, because they're so paranoid that they're going to lose their man to the girl at work, or because that's not who they're really supposed to be with. But anyway, you'll have women that hold their men back from making money. You'll have women that will act all emotional and stuff when it's time to when a man is trying to get his money, or he's trying to, go to school, and he's trying to get some, you know, um, clients or whatever. Oh, I got to go to a meeting. I got to do this. That's why I say women who date men of means and like career men, they're not all super emotional about, oh, he didn't call me today, or he didn't call me at his usual time, or he didn't text me 20 times because he making money. He ain't got time to text you. He's trying to make money to support you or give you nice things, or provide a nice lifestyle for you. He ain't got time to sit here and play phone tag with you. So a man's purpose is basically to do that, and a lot of women won't let them do that. That's why you have to get a super rich man to even realize what a man's purpose is. That's why many women have to become gold diggers. So they may not marry that man that they're gold digging on. They might not end up with that sugar daddy that they're entertaining or whatever, but they may get a full understanding at a man's role and purpose. You know what I mean? And then they can adjust their standards, and whoever they end up with and whatever, they'll at least know what a man's purpose is. Okay. Um, I don't care about trolls. We already know what trolls are. Leave it there so that your children or my children, when they get old enough to watch these videos, can go back and see how people think. Because this is the real world. We can't edit the real world. Let the real world come through. Let people understand how people really are. Okay. Um, I do not. I won't. I won't block or mute, because when I'm dead and gone and my kids go back to read my videos and they see these horrendous comments in my feed, they'll learn from me how to deal with silly people. Don't even deal with them. That's how you do it. Right. So just think of them as, that it's just like saying, oh, sheltering someone from the world when there's people being kidnapped every day and shot and da, da, da. Oh, we need to know that stuff goes on. We need to know how people think. So we leave them in there. Okay. Mhm. We need to see these trolls. We need to see them. They only make you stronger. You want to be weak? Block them. Y'all ask me how I get like I got. This is how you do it. Stop blocking, and you let it make you stronger. Okay. I saved you from a dusty. Well, that's good. No, you saved yourself. I didn't do nothing but just tell you some words. There are other ladies on YouTube giving out watered down versions of Shira's advice. Well, that's because they're afraid and they probably still have a job. I don't work for anybody, so I can tell the truth. Like, I can go all out. I don't work for anybody. I don't have to worry about getting fired or somebody finding my video and saying, oh my gosh, we can't have you representing our company. Okay. I'm only the face of YouTube in my own store. Okay. You do block. I don't block. I just ignore. There's a difference. Okay. Shira's channel is blowing up. Yay. I can't wait to hit 100K and get my little YouTube button and do my little meetup. I got like I am because I'm young and man hurt me. Isn't that everybody's story? Name me one woman that was young and old now that hasn't been hurt. Isn't that everybody's story? Okay. That's stupid. Whose story is that? Say me. Me. Right. It's called experience and learning from experience instead of being a dumb idiot and repeating it. Okay. That's why some people broke and some people not, because they don't repeat the same dumb mistakes over. So that's how you got your new car. See, you either learn from it and get better, or you stay stuck in it and keep repeating it. It's up to you. But a man's purpose is not to hurt you. That's for sure. If that should happen, then it was an experience. You learn from it. You grow from it. You say, what could have changed? What could have been different? Okay, now I see where I made that mistake. Thank you, Jocelyn or Joselina. Thank you for the donation. Thank you, Flora de Oro. Thank you for your service. I'll be reaching out to you soon for individualized help. Thank you so much. I appreciate that donation. So if you haven't been hurt, it's probably because you're still young. Okay? Just give it some time. And who cares if you've been hurt or if not, you haven't been hurt. There are different levels of pain. Your hurt could be someone's dream. Okay. Your hurt, bad relationship could be someone's dream relationship. Oh, he hurt me because he didn't buy me the car I wanted for Christmas. I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody's hurt. That might be your dream. At least he showed up for Christmas. This was been Christmas, right? So people's definition of hurt is totally different. Plus, young men aren't trying to settle down anytime soon. So that in itself is a lesson. Don't try to, you know, hold down a 21-year-old dude to be faithful and honest to you. That ain't gonna happen. Okay. And as sweet, innocent women at that young, vulnerable age, we like to think the best. We like to be optimistic. Oh, he's the one. We're going to be together forever. That's our 21-year-old selves. Now, flash to a man's brain at 21. Oh, she's one. She's going to be one of the many. Not she's the one. She's one of the many. Okay. So you don't hear any man talking about they want to get married at the age of 21. You don't, because they're just getting out there. They're just getting started. So understand that. Now, when they realize, when they get all those hormones and get their royal oats sowed, I'll say, and they're ready to take the next step and be in a relationship or be in a marriage or whatever, they're going to gotten most of that out of their system. I ain't gonna say all, most of it out of their system. Thank you, Miriam. I'll take that donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Imana. Thank you for helping us learn how to flip negativity to make it benefit you. So powerful. Thank you. That's what I do. So once a man realizes his purpose, wants to play the role of his purpose, wants to be in a marriage, wants to have a wife or a committed relationship, that means he wants his purpose. You can't force him to want his purpose. You know what I mean? You can persuade him. You can use power of suggestion. You can kind of use that type of stuff to get him there faster, but it still ultimately is his decision. A lot of women mess up by trying to force a man into their purpose before they're ready. And once you force a man into his purpose before he's ready, he will resent you, especially if you're trying to tell him how to do it, how to do his purpose. I have been on consultations with women who will not let their man do anything without advising them step by step or micromanaging them. Well, I can't let him do that because he'll mess it up. Then why are you with him? But I love him, but you don't love him enough to let him find his purpose and be a man. He might have to make some mistakes in order to learn from him so he won't mess it up in the future. But how is he ever going to learn if you keep babying him and holding his hand and micromanaging him? That's why he's cheating on you with Sharkeisha down the street who think he's a genius. Okay? So I'm just being serious. Okay. Whenever I see a woman micromanage a man, I feel sorry for the man. And I don't feel sorry for men, except in those cases. That's it. Thank you, Sabrina. Yeah, Sabrina. Do you give personal advice? I'm new to your channel. It's changing my life. I do, but I don't go backwards. You know, if you messed up and you lost a man, I'm not trying to get him back for you. He needs to be chasing you. I can tell you how to get him to chase, but that's about it. But yeah, just go to my about section and write me on my email. On my YouTube channel. Right. So that's the only time I ever feel sorry for a man. And I don't feel sorry for men. I only feel sorry for them when I see them being emasculated, unless I'm doing it and they deserved it because they said something really rude to me. But I don't really know them, so they shouldn't take it personally on here. But like in a real relationship, people that got to go home with and be seen in public with and sleep with and, you know, share a life with, I feel sorry for them because I know they're not happy. And I know a lot of women in here are guilty of that in a past relationship or their current relationship. I know y'all guilty. I see y'all laughing. I know y'all are guilty. But that's okay. You know how to fix it. Using the power of suggestion, you can get the same result as you can get by nagging and micromanaging. It's all on how you approach something, you know. You can get the same result if you ask in a feminine way that promotes a man's purpose versus a way that is masculine and emasculates him. Okay. So for example, if your man don't take out the trash, first of all, shame, shame, shame. But instead of saying, why don't you take out the trash? This trash is overflowing, like his mother, you would say, oh my gosh, I tried to take out the trash and it's so sticky and it's kind of heavy. He'll jump up, get the trash, pick it up like he's strong, and go take it out. You don't have to ask him. You just try. Say, I tried to do it. You don't even have to really try. You could just say you tried. And that's a nicer way of asking him to take out the trash rather than talking to him like a child. You know what I'm saying? Or just let it overflow and don't say nothing until he realizes it need to be taken out. That's it. Stroke that ego. Exactly. That's all they just want, some recognition and some, what you call it, some gratitude, I guess. And then when they come back in after taking the trash out, thank you so much. It smells so much better in here. Thank you, baby. You know. See, men like, well, I'm gonna take out the trash more often. She ain't gonna have to tell me something, you know, because that's what they want. They want you to see what they can do and appreciate it. They want to live in that purpose. But if you start treating them like, you know, their mom, who they was trying to, you know, who raised them and taught them things, you're putting yourself in a mother role. That's how they're going to start to see you. And they're going to start to look for other women who are not going to put themselves in their mother's role. Okay. So, and that's a lot of the reason that men want to be single, because they don't want to deal with a masculine woman. You know, they don't want to deal with a masculine. They rather just look in the mirror and talk to themselves, because that's exactly what they're dealing with, a masculine woman or a man. So you have to, even though you might be thinking whatever you're thinking, don't say it. That's the beauty of being a woman. You have the ability to get things done with your femininity, not your masculinity. Okay. Why are women masculine? A lot of women are masculine because they got with a man too early before he knew his purpose or wanted to even be in his purpose. You know, and she had to basically finish raising him. And she just took the role of mother or mother and father. Because let's face it, if you're acting, thank you, Laura Love. If you're acting as the dominant role in the relationship, I mean, who is supposed to be the father? He's not the father, he's the child. So then you take on the personality of both mother and father to him. And so he starts to see you in that aspect. And then he's not attracted to you in that way anymore because you become his mother. So then he goes out and seeks a more feminine woman. He might be cheating. You might have given him everything, taught him everything he knows, told him where to go look for a job, you know, picked up his clothes from the cleaners so he can go on his job. You might have been his mother, but that doesn't mean that he's going to be faithful to his mother, because you have taken the role of lover, wife, and girl and flipped it into mother. You see? So he's not attracted to you that way anymore. So he has to go out and find someone he can feel like a man with. Okay. And I've spoken to many women who have lost their husbands like this, especially, you know, in the midlife crisis age. Most people will always tell you, second wife, better life. You know it's true. You learn from the first wife, or you learn your mistakes. You learn what type of woman you don't get with, and you get with a feminine woman. Okay. Second wife, better life. Repeat. Now, you can be smart and learn from other people's experience or learn from my stories that I've, listened to during consultations and seen multiple times over and over to know that it ends the same way. Or you can go experience it for yourself. Um, yeah. But usually in these cases, the man always remarries or gets right with another woman in another relationship fast, while the woman who has been left remains single for a long, long time and usually has to settle for less. And since she's so used to being masculine and emasculating men, she has a problem finding a man that is going to provide and protect. And she has a problem letting a man serve his purpose. So therefore, she stays single and dates a lot and has more kids and has several fathers to her children, perhaps, if she did not learn. You know what I'm saying? So the point is to stop what I call being a mouthpiece and be a thinker. You know what I'm saying? If you're one of those people that speak before they think, you probably have been in and out of a lot of relationships. You need to strategically choose your words to get the results that you want and make everyone else feel like they're serving their purpose. Okay? If you don't get that, then you probably are in that situation. And if you're already in the situation and you think that you can change, start practicing. Start practicing. Thank you for all of your knowledge and advice. Thank you, KW Thomas. Appreciate the donation. And because I'm doing this video because a lot of women who aren't gold diggers, they still watch my channel. And when I first started this channel, I was giving advice to all women. So every now and again, I will do an all women video. But I always say go for men who are financially stable, because that's going to fix most of the problems that pop up in relationships, is to get someone that's financially stable. Okay. What's your opinion on YouTube couples that make a successful empire of it? I think it's, if they're happy doing it and they're getting paid, why not? Right? I mean, I could see, like, when James and I do a video, I could see that how we could do that too. But like sometimes, then I kind of think about it. Well, I don't always want to have him on here, but I could see how easily it could be done, especially if you get along. Mhm. What do I think about shared custody? I think you might as well be married. Okay, like Katherine Jackson. You don't have to live in the same house. I think it's an easy way out of child support. Okay, because who is the child going to predominantly live with? Who's going to buy their school clothes, drop them off to school, take them to the doctor, who's going to do all that? If you're doing most of the work, it's not no split custody. Okay. I'm not paying child support custody. All right. So you might as well still be married. What do you think of dating a man who has been married 3 times? I think he'll be easily able to be persuaded to be married 4 times. That's what I think. Okay. Usually people that marry a lot will marry again. That's what I think. So that could be taken either way. Sure. Could you make a video about marriage, like what to expect as a youngin getting in the best? You better be able to laugh and joke with your husband and not think that he's supposed to be your emotional crutch. You better not treat him like a woman. That's all. Let him be a man. That's my best advice. Don't You can't sit there and watch Lifetime and cry with him like that's for your girlfriends, your sister, and your mama. Let him be a man. Don't always try to say, "Where are you going? Text me when you get there." Insecurity will kill any marriage. Okay. If you're an insecure person with low self esteem, don't get married. All right. Ty Hall, thank you so much. You're amazing. You have taught me so much. Priceless info. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Because even if that man is not cheating and just don't want to text you 50 times a day because he feel like a dog or, a child being stalked by their mother so they don't get in trouble, he's going to find a way to mess it up just so the punishment that he's getting for doing nothing will actually mean something. Okay? So can y'all please stop with all of that? They're playing. Um right. So that's how I feel. I feel like most women who get married then becomes suddenly insecure when he gets comfortable enough in the relationship to not text you 20 times a day. That's a sign of being comfortable with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Um so he hates that show. What show? What, Lifetime? Men always make eye contact with me in the street, but rarely come up to me. I usually make eye contact and then look down. Is this wrong to do? Um, when you look down, it means I'm not worthy. If somebody gives you eye contact, work it. Okay, you know how to work it. Like if someone passes you and you are in and you may be interested in them, smile with the eye contact. If they come over, they come over. If they don't, they don't. But at least you invited them with your eyes and your smile. If you look down, it means I'm not worthy, or or it means I will reject you if you walk over. So they're not going to walk over. Um, what does it mean when guys want a kiss on the first date? It means they want a kiss on the first date. That's what it means. Why are men made for women, Shira? To provide and protect for you willingly. I said willingly because it is a choice. And the best way to get them to do it willingly is to be a feminine woman, not a masculine, motherly figure that wants to finish raising them. They should already be done being raised. They should be financially stable and they should want to fulfill their purpose and role with you. You're not supposed to force them to fulfill their purpose with you. They should already be at that level of mentality to want to do it. You're not supposed to teach them how to be a man. They're already supposed to be a man. Okay. So if you're dealing with someone who doesn't know their purpose and is not yet finished being raised or doesn't know that they're a man yet, then that's probably not going to be the person you want to spend your life with. Okay. That might just be date for Saturday night. That might just be, take me to the movies, Tom. That's not supposed to be husband. That's not supposed to be the father of your children. But many women mistake um, flattering for love. Just because somebody tells you you're beautiful is not the same thing as I love you. Just because somebody said, I want you to have my baby doesn't mean I want to take care of this baby. You understand? It's different. Um, oh, I want us to have a baby. He didn't say, I want to provide and protect for you for always. And I have a good career and I have things, in place to be your husband. He didn't say all of that. So, you know, read between the lines, basically. Um, if you're a woman and you're easily persuaded by silly things, then you're gonna have a silly life. Okay. Um, oh, he says I'm pretty. He says I'm special. Okay, so does your mother. Or she should have, or you should be telling yourself that every day. That way, when some fool comes to tell you that so he can get what he want and dip out, it's not going to be a big deal. And you've heard it every day because you tell yourself that every day. You hear it from other people every day because you already understand that to be true. You know what I'm saying? A man can come up to me right now and say, "Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, this. Oh, that. Oh, I want you to have my baby." I would be like waiting on a punchline. That's exactly what I'd be doing. So, because you can't tell someone something that they already know, you got to show and prove. Oh, really? You love me? You wanted okay, so pay some of these bills. Here you go. Oh, I'm the one forever. Oh, well then you wouldn't mind putting this down payment on this car if I'm the one. We're gonna be together forever, right? So that's how to differentiate the pillow talk from reality. Oh, you want me to have your baby? Oh, I want you to have my wedding. Wedding first. I'll have your baby when you have my wedding. See, it's sad how the word wedding doesn't or marriage never comes up, isn't it? It's sad that a woman will have a man's baby before he'll have her wedding. I'm just being real. He has the audacity to ask you to bring a child into the world and or carry the child for 9 months and then disappear, but you didn't have the courage or the standards to tell him that you need to be married. That is low self-esteem. If you don't know a man's purpose, then you shouldn't be procreating. Um, if you don't, if you're insecure and are easily manipulated, don't get married. Okay. It takes two people. It takes two people to understand each other on a certain level to be married. Okay. You have to know your role before you step into a marriage. Your role is provider and protector. My role is A, B, C, and D before you get married. Now, I often say to the gold diggers who are trying to secure marriage, figure it out once you're already in. The man already knows his role. He got money. He's going to obviously provide. Okay, so in that case, they already know their role. But in the case where this man is going to expect you to work just as hard as he worked, it's just as hard as he's working while you're 9 months pregnant, that's a totally different story. Okay. Um, if this man expects you to go back to work 6 weeks after giving birth, throw your child in daycare, that's something that y'all needed to talk about before the wedding. You know what I'm saying? If your only purpose was the marriage, then just to hurry up and get married without discussing it because you were afraid you would never get married, then you probably married the wrong person. Okay. That's why a lot of you girls come to me. Well, what if I settled? You knew you were settling. You knew that your job was worker, that you chose the role of worker. You knew that when you went in. And that's why I'm saying, and people are asking me, what's my best marriage advice? Know your role before you enter a marriage. There you go. Because that's most of the time, that's what you're going to remain in that role. Because that was what the role was agreed upon. That's the role that was agreed upon when he asked you to marry him and you said yes. He didn't ask a woman to marry him that said, I don't want to work. He asked the girl to marry him that said, I want a career, I want to work, I want to contribute, I want to build you up, I want to do this. He married her. Okay. You can't all of a sudden turn into, well, I don't want to work, I want to stay home, I want you to go provide, because that's not who he asked to marry him. You see? Obviously, his purpose was to build with you, not for you. You understand? There's a difference. And when you build with someone, when you build a company up with someone, what happens? You can sell the company, split the company, get the money, and go your own separate ways, right? But if you build for someone, that is a gift. That is a purpose. That person that builds for someone builds higher because it's for their passion, their true passion. Okay. So that's the difference between what I call Bob the Builder chicks and women who marry men who know their purpose and the men that build for the women. Okay. Sure, they get married just to say they're married. Yeah, exactly. They financing their own ring. Sad, yes. And you know what, you guys, like when all of these things were happening, when I was getting when I was getting, when I was engaged and I got a ring, when I got married, I was still in disbelief that I was this person who could have all these things, right? But it's truly your feminine nature that makes a man want to serve his purpose. It's truly your physical, feminine, spiritual, whatever nature that makes a man want to build for you. Okay. So make sure you understand that. A man does not want to build for someone who is trying to outbuild him. Then it becomes a competition. Okay. So, and a lot of women enter into a marriage not working and having that life. How do you make him emotionally dependent? You can't make a man emotionally dependent. But thank you for the donation. You can make him want to build for you and get out there every day and do things for you by being feminine and appreciative of what he's doing. And keeping yourself up, not looking crazy, And that question was a very insecure question. You know what I'm saying? I would just be the best version of myself that I could be. And if that's what he fell in love with, that's what he gonna stay with. hmm If a man asks why you're single, just say, well, I'm very picky. There you go. Now you've just given him a challenge, and men love challenges. Well, I'm too picky. Oh, that means you have options. Straight up, I have options. I'm just too picky. Really? Oh, now he's trying to get his purpose. Well, what do you mean you're too picky? Oh, I like my man to be financially stable, to provide and protect. Just three things. Say it as a joke. Either he'll laugh it off, but he'll also take it seriously. You told him without hurting his feelings in a joking way, but he asked. There you go. I can tell you came from poverty. You think you are in the upper echelon. Yeah. Yeah, I came from poverty. You're right. Probably my version of poverty is probably your version of wealthy. But hey, whatever, Bella. Y'all got electricity back yet? Anyway. I just ignore the question and bring up something else in a baby voice. He won't ask me. Good job. See, that's how you do it. A woman is nothing without a man. That's right. We're nothing without you. We need your big, strong muscles to help protect us and provide for us. You know, we would be vulnerable to the outside world if it wasn't for you, big, strong men. Hmm. You know real money when you see it, sweetie. Good for you. Oh, you're back to troll. You just need attention because you have a lesbian crush on me. Let me just go ahead and put you in a timeout so you could just look at this face. I already know. I know who that is. But you need, yes, but you need an old man's money. I sure do need his money. You are right. I need his money, his protection. I need him to pay for his children to be provided for and protected for. I need his insurance so they can go to the doctor so we don't have to depend on the government. And when it's shut down, we ain't out of luck. I need all of that. You are correct. I do. I am fortunate to have a man that will provide and protect for his family. I am very fortunate for that. What do you have? What you got over there? Okay. What if Bella is really James? He ain't James. Or she's not James. James know better than that. Hmm. If James wanted to say something, he would come right on the screen and say it right behind me. Okay. That's garage well. Whoever it is. I don't know who it is. I know who the one I had to put in a timeout is. Hmm. She got a serious crush. Hmm. Tip on how to deal with submissive, wealthy men. Submissive. Just tell them what you expect. That's all. I expect you to do this. They like that, but it's not too bad. What lipstick do I have on right now? Chanel Rouge and Suspense. The color Suspense. Thank you. Mm, my dog is not okay because he's barking. Mhm. The kids are downstairs playing with him. Um, I thank you. Learn to manipulate a narcissistic. Sure, can you do a lookbook? That is not my. That's not the type of channel I have. I give advice, baby. Your DNA will naturally tell who you click with. Mhm. I'm 28, but I really look young. Was 77. I'm positive, cheerful at work. I think people take it for weakness. How do I get my new female? Oh, girl, Tasha. I don't work for that reason. Okay, that's the reason I don't work. Okay, that's the reason I quit work. Okay, I don't deal with that. I'd rather deal with a man and tell him I need you. I need you to provide and protect for me than to deal with any type of female boss or coworker. No offense to any female boss and coworkers, but I can get away with a lot more by being feminine and letting a man provide and protect and serve his purpose for me. Thank you, Color Tong. How to get a guy to take you on a date. Be approachable and look like a woman that a man wants to take out on a date. Looks are very important. Hmm. Shira, does do you like designer bags? You have expensive things. Should you wear them? It depends on what your whole purpose is in dating that person. If you want that person to give you more, you show them something in the middle. If you want a Louis Vuitton, you carry something below the value of a Louis Vuitton. Okay. If okay. If you want a Chanel, carry the Louis Vuitton. There you go. But you can't ask for a Louis if you're carrying a Louis. Mm, I'm black, don't crack. Right. Are all water signs trash? For me, I'm a water sign, so I couldn't date another water sign successfully. Um, mhm. When I worked for DuPont, the female supervisors were actually tougher on other women than men. I know. UFO kamikaze. That's why I can't work for no woman. The only woman I successfully ever worked for was my mother because she was my mother and I was used to it from birth. You know, I can do that if it's my mom. And plus, she was paying me. Shoot, I was doing that stuff for free at home, other stuff for free at home for many, many years. So when I worked for my mother, that's the only woman I need in my life telling me what to do. And then I'll still get paid. But some other lady, oh no. That's the same way a man probably feels when he gets married and then his wife turns into his mother or his girlfriend turns into his mother. And that's why he runs away to cheat at this type of thing. Because if I know I can't stand it, I know a man can't stand it. Okay. So if it's my mom, no problem. I ain't working for nobody, no female telling me what to do if it's not my mom. And I still need to get paid. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, women are much harder on other women. Women have more emotional um, issues and take jealousy out on other women like crazy in the workplace. I don't even want to work around women ever. And I love women. I just can't work with them. You know, I'm on here because I like women. I want them to have the best lives. I want them to thrive. I want them to do, but I can't work for one unless it's my mom. Okay. I'm so sorry. No offense. Can't do it. Hmm. A lot of women's titles get, a lot of women get a power and position and they start to turn into a man, but yet they're still a woman. So they have these emotions. So it's like they can't figure out if they want to be a man or a woman as far as how they deal with people. And you can't use your femininity on a woman unless she's a lesbian. So I'm like, forget all of that. Let me just go ahead and be out of it. I'm just done. I can't figure it out. Even a woman can't figure out another woman or doesn't even want to deal with it. Why? Because she's not playing her feminine role. Now, two feminine women can definitely get along in the work environment, but there are two feminine women would definitely get along in a work environment because they'll have too much in common. They'll probably become best friends. Okay. So you got two feminine women up there that's on the same level. Okay. Because you can't have one that look better than the other one. They got to look kind of equal. And then you most likely become friends rather than enemies. A lot of women have met their friends at work because they were more equals than non-equals. Women are wifing dudes now and having more than them and then employing them. You don't have to get married if you employ your own man. You can just exploit them like most men do. Thank you, Abby Ward. You don't want to be good, so why do you deserve good? Because I am naturally good. Women are naturally good. So we deserve whatever we choose. Would you put your life in the hands of a woman or a man when it came to if you were a child and you had to go, you were lost, and you had to go find help? Would you go to a woman or a man? A woman. Because we're naturally good. I didn't say all of us, but I said most women are naturally good and we're going to do the right thing. But we deserve good because we're naturally good. There you go. What does it mean to be a woman? It means to consider other people and let them understand their purpose. And it also means to be feminine and serve your purpose. Thank you, Shira. Start to level up and embrace my femininity. Already seeing a change in others' reactions towards me. Plus, my self-esteem has improved. Would love to be a part of your level up group. Hey, what's your name? Sariye? Sariye? I hope I said it. Sariye? Thank you so much for the donation. Yeah, just I'm gonna do a video probably this week to announce I'm letting more people in. So just wait till I do that video. Very, very soon this week, I promise. Should a woman be a president? A woman wouldn't. Here's my thing. Go to other spiritual channels, go to other advice channels, go to other people's channels that are similar to mine, that are men, and read the comments. Then come over to my channel and read the comments. I would have to be in the secret government. I would have to tell the president my plans for them to execute. Okay. So I wouldn't want to be a president. I think the woman is best behind the curtain because she doesn't, once she gets into a masculine role, she forgets her feminine thinking and her feminine mind. Okay. And therefore she can't make the type of decisions that she could make as a female in a feminine mentality. Okay. Because she's worried about what they're going to think. Is she logical enough? Is she acting on emotion? Is she doing this? If you tell a man the plan and have him execute it, they're not going to question it. Okay. So we are the secret government. How about that? We'll be the secret government. There you go. I don't want to be the president. I don't think a woman in her right mind wants to be the president. Not a feminine woman. Okay. I think she'd rather be the first lady. Okay. Thank you, Nisha Gray. Should I tell my boyfriend I'm on birth control? Why should it matter? Y'all ain't married and agreeing to have children. So why should it matter? You gonna tell him everything else too? Like when you took a dump? Kenya, But thank you so much for the donation. What I'm saying is stop talking so much. They don't care. They don't need to know everything. Kenya, thank you for the donation. I'm an Aries Sun, Leo Moon. Which sign should I marry? I don't know. The one with the money. The sign with money. The man with money. Most of the presidents have been tall without facial hair. Mhm. That's because no facial hair sends out the illusion of honesty. Okay. Mm, yeah. And that's another thing with a man's purpose. A man's purpose is not your girlfriend. A man's purpose is not to be your best friend girlfriend. Okay. That's your girlfriend, best friend's job. You're not supposed to tell him everything because he doesn't care about everything. Thank you, Scorpio Spiritualist. My spouse is a mama's boy, and me and the mama don't get along. She's coming to visit in May and staying in our home instead of a hotel. What to do? Go to the hotel. You take your vacation when she come to visit. That way she can have all the sun she want, and you be on vacation. You go to the hotel and let them have a house. You just gonna be ignored anyway. Criticized. That's your vacation time, girl. Go ahead. Go on a cruise. Um. Have the cheaper bag than you want. Yes, sure. Can you talk more about freestyling? Go on the weekdays. Yes, weekdays is better. What if you meet a millionaire that wants to marry you, but he has bad hygiene? Vicks Vapor Rub, baby, under your nose. Girl, the art of the. That's what we used in mortuary school when we had to embalm. When you find someone that's been dead for a couple of weeks or days in the summertime, now you put that stuff right here. Thoughts on a man saying he does not want a daughter? Oh well, then don't make one because men are responsible for the sex of the child. You tell him the men are responsible for the sex of the child. If he's shooting women, then shooting out women's sperm, then so be it. Teach him proper hygiene. Go or tell him to get enough money to have his sperm genetically separated and implanted into you, so he's definitely sure to have a boy. Tell him to get his money up. Okay. Crown of Success oil. Y'all so crazy. Um, how to get a sugar daddy to buy you a house or pay off my student loans. Use your femininity. You be the damsel in distress. Let him want to do it. See that's the difference. If a man wants to help you because you allow him to, do his purpose, he will. How does it look if a rich man with some money is dating a girl and she has debt and student loan and he's getting everything he wants, but yet she's suffering? He can't be happy unless she's happy. You understand? So if she's not happy when she's with him and all she can talk about is how she feels so stressed and that her student loan people keep calling, or if they call in his presence and you answer the phone and start crying, if he doesn't offer to serve his purpose, then you already know that he's probably not the one. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you do it. How do you protect yourself against women who start mess on the job? Get away. Don't work there anymore. I'm trying to tell you. The reason why I don't have a career is because I don't and can't work with women. You understand? Especially jealous women. I can't work with them. I told you, unless it's my mom. If they starting mess, then I'm starting a new job search, basically, because I don't want to have to deal with that. Okay. Um, and there's, there are petty women on the stream that I've had to time out because they have nothing else better to do. And when you get to working with one of those, you know, it's not fun. It could ruin your life. Get away from it. Okay? Get away from it. I I would never show up to somebody's work and do that to other people. I wouldn't do it because I have better, more important things to do, like flirt with the boss. Okay? I don't have time to deal with other I don't have time to create mess. You see what I'm saying? Those women are petty. So I get away from petty people. Hmm. You have to learn to work with everyone in a positive way. That's just not true because you can work for yourself and not have to work with anyone. Okay. They teach you that BS in school. Oh, you have to learn to work with people you don't like. But why? If I don't like you, I'm not going to be focused on work. I'm going to be focused on revenge, hating you, destroying you. And now I'm not the same person I was when I walked in. Right. So I just get away and I'm out. I can't work with other people I don't like. That's just it. You're forced to be put in a cage with people you don't like. What's going to happen? Get out of it. Go find another job. Go work with ugly women or go work with women that's more beautiful than you. They won't be picking on you. Go work for all men. You might get sexually harassed, but it's not going to be the same as working with a crazy, jealous, mess starting women. Go work. Go work with. Go work with children. You're better off. You know, do a job you can work on your own. Open your own business. Okay. I like this live. It's the best one. Yet you're not promoting. Yeah, I already promoted gold digging. I'm gonna do some videos sometime for the normal, everyday people because not everybody is gonna be a gold digger. Let's just face it. But I always do promote being with people that are financially stable. They might not have, $1 million or, a high six figure. But if they can take care of you and do their purpose as a man, good. Okay. Um, how does some disabled or obese women get husbands? What's your opinion? They got them benefits. Okay. All right. The benefits is taking care of them. Okay. Thank you, Dason. You're gonna get publishing. Good for you. Um, I have experience working with jealous and bullying women. I wish I had this advice earlier in my life. Um, when you hate to go to work or a career that you were once passionate about, it's not the career, it's the people. Get away from the people, you know? Um, a negative person, a petty person can ruin how you feel about certain things. Get away from them. Okay? Get out of it. Mhm. Shira, my very generous sugar daddy accidentally showed me he has other sugar babies. I didn't say anything, even though he wants me to be sexually exclusive. I'm not. What would you have said? I would have done the same thing, lied. Oh, you're the only one. I don't mind. But the point is, he was honest with you. He showed you you ain't the only one now. So that means that you need to open your options. Okay. He's telling you in a secretive way to open your options and keep your options open and lie to him. That's what he's telling you. Lie to me, but keep your options open because you ain't the only one. But lie to me. Right? That's what he's telling you. Look, you ain't the only one. I'm open and honest, but I want you to lie to me. Let me think I'm the only one while I tell you you're not the only one. That's his fantasy. Give it to him. And have you another one and another one and another one if that's what you're doing. If that's what your goal is. My point is, if you're already in that situation, he's trying to tell you don't develop emotional feelings for him. Okay? That's what he's telling you. Don't develop emotional feelings with me. You're not the only one, but I want you to lie to me and tell me I'm the only one because it will ruin it for me if you don't, because men are different than women. That's what he's telling you. Okay? Gay men don't like you either. I don't know. Maybe. Some people actually try too hard. You ever been around that woman that tries too hard to fit in, to be everybody's friend, da da da? Some people try too hard. I just keep to myself. If they come looking for trouble, then they petty. But to let a man live his purpose is to make him want to be in his purpose. Even if you met a man who didn't have a father, who grew up watching his mom do everything, and so he believes a certain belief, the right woman with the correct amount of femininity will change him and make him want to serve his natural purpose. Okay, that's why you see a man with Bob the Builder, and then when he leaves her, he goes and finds the woman that he can fully provide for, because that's the one he really wanted. Now, and I say this because a lot of women force themselves into a relationship with a man because they are masculine. If you have to force a relationship onto a man, if you have to say, I want to be in an exclusive relationship with you, what is this? Are you going to commit to me or not? Are we just friends with benefits or not? Well, if you're that, he don't want you. Okay? If you have money or a career and he's constantly asking you about that money and that career and your savings and how y'all can build, he basically just wants a business partner, not a wife, but a business partner to help him build his business. Okay? A man should not be discussing with you as a woman, unless he's going to give you the profits, how much you bring into the table, how much you're going to invest. Otherwise, he might as well be a business partner and you should be investing with him in some type of business, not a marriage. Even though there are contracts, if he's approaching it as that type of business, then that's exactly what it's going to be to him. He's not going to take it personally, and he's going to be able to get in or get out of that business and take whatever he probably saved up while you were paying half the bills. Okay. Anyway. What do you think about high school sweethearts? They should stay in high school. Okay. I think they'll probably cheat because they've never experienced anything else. Right. How do you deal with feeling burned out from freestyling in LA? Get out of LA. I tell you, I'm wasting time in LA. Ew. Like, Everybody in LA has fake boobs and plastic surgery and anorexic. You're competing. Well, look what you're competing with. Can you explain extra needy, super sensitive, jealous men? I want no. Yes, feminine, and they will repel feminine women. Shira, greetings from Dubai. Hi, Gloria. Same in New York. I'm tired. Yeah, because y'all are going in a circle. Okay, you're gonna go to New York and LA and freestyle with supermodels and bikini models. Good luck. Y'all have a good time. I've already gone over this. I keep telling y'all don't listen to me, but keep on. You're gonna get burnt out, and by the time you look up, you're gonna be burnt out, and you're gonna be old, and nobody. You're gonna have to go get the plastic surgery and all of that other stuff, and then it's gonna be too late because people are gonna be able to tell that you only did it because you got old, and you're just gonna look all washed up, still trying too hard in a city where everyone has to be perfect. Get out of those cities like that. I keep telling y'all, it's a waste of your time. Okay? Let me go to LA. I'm gonna go to LA right now. Let me go to LA right now, and I'm gonna score. I just know I am. I haven't had plastic surgery. I eat real food. I wonder what I can pull out there. Okay. Come to Florida. I'm not going to Florida either. I'm staying right here where I am. So the whole point is you're bringing sand to a beach, basically. Don't bring sand to a beach. I'm tired of living up north. I need to go down south. Sure, why don't these females listen to the gems you give them? Because they think they're the exception to the rules. And the exception to the rule rarely happens. I'm gonna go to LA and meet a millionaire, and he's gonna choose me above all the anorexic, fake silicone, injected people, and I'm gonna be the one. No offense against fake silicone injected people, but they are of abundance in LA. Okay, and it is dang near a uniform there. Okay. So unless you look like a Kardashian or whatever, you ain't gonna make it. Anyway, New York is very expensive now. The hood areas are too. Ooh. I wouldn't live there. Like, it's too silly. It's kind of like you wanting to stand out and at a funeral and you still wearing black. You wear red. That means you go somewhere where you will stand out. Oh, I'm gonna stand out at this funeral, and you go in wearing the same thing as everybody else. You ain't gonna stand out. You need to wear red. That means you need to go somewhere where you stand out. If you don't stand out in the crowd in LA, go somewhere else. You don't stand out in the crowd in New York, go somewhere else. Okay? You are from Cali, born and raised, and it's true, but I live in Texas now. Good for you, see? Date while leveling up. Sure, why not? You stand out pretty well in Idaho. You could clean up in Idaho if you from California and you have that California look. Go clean up in Idaho. Go get you a surgeon in Idaho. Happy birthday. There you go. Go drive you a Ferrari in Idaho. Wherever, Boise. Well, get you a mansion in Idaho. Go be a hoe in Idaho. I don't know. Okay, go get you a potato farmer. Something, I don't know. But I'm just serious. Like a lot of the ladies, they're not understanding this. You could go get you a millionaire right now if you just took yourself and moved or went to visit at least and have a reason to move. hmm um, just imagine you walk into the bar in Idaho, looking like you look now, however you look, leveled up. You're gonna have your choice. You're gonna have your pick. Every birthday, every holiday, you're gonna have the best. Okay. No offense against Idaho women. Hopefully y'all are leveling up too, so y'all can pretend y'all from somewhere. And even if you live in Idaho, there ain't no reason to look like it. Level up, right? Idaho is known to have beautiful women, but definitely need to level up. Yeah, if you're a beautiful woman in Idaho, you shouldn't have no problem getting a man. You know, why do you think leveling up means putting on someone else's hair on your head? Because that's what it means. Mm-mm. Why do you think leveling up for a man means go getting somebody else's money and putting it in your pocket? Okay. The multi-millionaire who used to work for Wall Street flew me out to Miami. But how do I get the most out of him without dangling the carrot? Expect it when you get there. Talk about how you can't wait to go shopping. Like you already know what's going to happen. Write your own story. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to go shopping. Where are we going? Versace? Oh my God, I know you have something special planned. Where are we going tonight? Oh my gosh, I need some new shoes. Expect it. He ain't gonna say no. He's a millionaire. That's nothing to him. And then you know what to do next. Oh, I'm sick. I drank too much. Oh, I just threw up in the bathroom. I need to go lay down. I don't feel good. Good night. Sierra, please, how to act when he lost his job so that he won't get used to that and stay lazy. Lose your job too. Lose your job too. Take some vacation time, but lose your job too. Take a few days off work. Make sure he's going on interviews. Actively putting in applications online. Telling him you going out to look for a job, but really going to work. See what he do. He ain't gonna stay there long because you know you ain't gonna take care of nothing if you don't have a job. Raven Priestess, hey, thank you so much for the donation. Share your advice has always been fire. Thank you so much for helping me level up. I have a wig collection because of you. Thank you for the donation. I bet you have a nice wig collection too. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, girl, for the donation. Um, your hair is blue black, girl. I used to have that too. You make that candy? Oh yeah, Mike and Ike's. I need to stop eating these right now. Um, I mean, anybody who's weave or wig dissing, I mean, no one cares anymore. People gonna buy weave or wig no matter how you feel about it because they see the results, you know. Just like on that Ariana Grande song. You like my hair? See, G thanks, just bought it. Okay. Nobody cares anymore. Okay. The only reason you don't like other people's hair or weave or wig is because you can't afford to keep a woman that wears it. Okay, so stomp. Living for your hair. Thank you. What am I going to do about Sophia? I don't know who Sophia. Sophia is the man in the relationship, so I don't know. Y'all know what happened to Hoppo. All the women are they drooling over half wigs, exactly. Um, if black women love being black, why do they wear other races of other people's hair? If black men love being black, why do they work for other races of people? I can't believe how ignorant some people are. Exactly. You had your own company, you wouldn't be worried about somebody's hair. Be too busy running it. Okay. Somebody said bam. If black men like being black, why do they make it so silly? Look, don't come with me with the dusty comments because I'll slap you back with a broom and a dustpan and a garbage bag. Wigs don't bother me unless they weave down. Thank you. I saw that bald girl talking to somebody on Instagram. That's what you get when your wig come off. What girl on Instagram? I don't be patrolling Instagram like you. Obviously, I don't know. Well, I ain't even gonna go there. I'll let you make it because I'm just you looking at wigs on Instagram. You got a whole nother issue. It only shows hair is important. Da, 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 da. Black women are traitors. No, we ain't traitors. Cimarron Warrior. Vaughn Jackson. Thank you. Boom, we got a donation working for the man. Thank you. Y'all want to talk all this black women this, black women that, but your boss that signs your paycheck at your job. Okay. Be quiet. And I say that because, what are you doing? The same dude that signs your check, the same dude that signs your checks is probably a sugar daddy to one of these chicks in here buying her weave. Okay? Y'all doing the same thing. So stop. You just probably not getting as much, but you're still doing the same thing. She's probably getting paid way more. Okay. Exactly. You are one and the same. Exactly. You are one and the same. Don't don't hate on women that's doing the same thing as you're doing. Come on, kitty. Sure. How to keep a man's interest with no sex. Look, promised him something that he never delivered. Um, maybe they want hair and makeup. Yeah, I'm telling you. I don't hear no more dusty comments. Can you always tell when a man was raised by a masculine female when they don't know how to lead a feminine woman? Exactly. Well, that's why you have to lead by expectation and example. If you should so happen to run into a man that doesn't know how to treat a feminine woman, you have to insinuate that he does. Like instead of just sitting there saying, "Oh my gosh, would you mind getting the door?" Until he learns. Would you mind? Don't say, "You ain't gonna open the door for me," or just open the door for him. Just like, "Oh my gosh, would you mind grabbing the door for me, darling?" Teach teach him without emasculating him. Then he'll say, "Oh my bad, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying." He'll pretend like he already knew what to do. And you only have to do that once. He got it. He got it after. Shira X was texting every day for last 2 weeks. How do I get to commit without him wasting my time? He is highly, highly paid thinker. Asking for some money, baby. Asking for some money straight up. I'm so glad you called, baby. You must have been reading my mind, or you must have known I was thinking about you. I am so glad you called. Oh my God, my car is in the shop. You must have been feeling my pain. Would you mind sending me this much money? Oh my gosh, you're a lifesaver. You're my hero. Before he even give it to you. That's how you do it. He gonna think you gonna give him some, so he gonna be quick to, how much do you need? Oh yeah, I was thinking about you. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. But he got some money. He has money anyway. He has money anyway. That's not a problem to him. Okay. That's like taking you to dinner. It's not a problem. So it's not tricking if he got it. Then if he's calling you, he must have been thinking about you too. So let him be the man. Let him provide and protect. Even if you already have those things, let him play his role. Okay. Because otherwise he's just taking something from you instead. And you're not playing your role. Um, how to act when he asks for sex, innocent question on first date. It means you're the type of woman that he will ask for sex on the first date. It means you go back to the mirror and level up. Or ask him for a Louis Vuitton purse on the first date. If he has the audacity to ask you for sex on the first date, have the same audacity to ask him for a $1,000 purse on the first date. Take you shopping, and then you still don't have to deliver. But if he has the audacity to ask you that, you obviously look like, or he puts you in the category of someone that will sleep with him on the first date. You need to get out of that type of look, or you need to have the same audacity to ask him for something just as crazy. Okay. I love Shira, but truth is truth. I'm not here to make coin to go to Sephora. You want to make some coin to go to Sephora? You if you work there, you can probably get some discounts because you sound like that's where you want to work. Okay. Why provide for a woman who has fake hair? Why sleep with a man who works for another man? you know, Same reason. It's an even exchange. Whatever she would. Look, just because you want a woman that you can exploit and make have low self-esteem, and who doesn't easily have options when she walks out of the house every day. That's your insecurity, dude. I'm gonna wear all the fake hair I can find and all the makeup I can find, and I'm gonna have all the options I can find when I walk out the house if I choose to take them because you or any other man that I'm dealing with is acting up. Okay? I'm not gonna be sitting in the house looking like a man because my man don't want me to have fake hair or wear makeup because he's insecure because he can't provide for me the way that I should be provided for. Okay? So you go ahead and keep your little doormat type woman that you would like to have up under your thumb. You go ahead and keep that while you on my video looking at me. Okay. You go ahead and keep her down there. And when she finds my videos, I'm going to bring her up here. And then you're going to have to start from scratch or go back to your other baby mama. Sure. Did you learn did you learn how to be so witty, or is it natural to you? I'm dealing with these fools. Dealing with these fools, that's how you learn, through experience. I just came from Dominican Republic. Okay, welcome to the United States, or welcome back. I don't know what you want me to say. How to act so he wants a relationship. Act like the feminine woman that would make the perfect relationship. Be like, oh, you're so smart. Oh, stroke that ego. So women with fake hair have high self-esteem. LOL. Okay, get it. Yes. That's why they don't deal with men like you, because you're insecure. So Sharp, love you. Thank you. My husband is faithful, but I can tell he's getting bored. What should I do? Get you a wig. Get you a wig. Get you some makeup. Get you some lingerie. That way he think he with somebody else. Somebody says be yourself. Bad. Be yourself so he can go out and get somebody else. That's what he's trying to tell you. If he's getting bored, spice it up. Go get out them old Halloween costumes. Throw on a wig. Thank you, Scorpio Spiritualist. I stopped working at a 9-to-5 almost 2 years ago because of you. I love working for my household only, and the neighborhood wives are jealous and have quit their jobs too. Wow. Good for them and good for you. I bet you are much happier in life. Thank you. Right. Women with fake anything realize they don't have to take BS. Exactly. Should a university student not work on part-time to date guy? However you getting money is work, baby. Men talk about women wearing weaves and wigs, but then they wear real hair out and say something about that too. Right. How to know someone put a this wrong channel. Dumped my girl soon as I got back from Dominican Republic. Good for you. I'm sure while you was gone, she was dating, hopefully. Is waiting a year to weed out potential? A year? Ain't nobody gonna wait no year unless they can't function correctly. Sure, I cannot afford your email address. Oh, you can't find it. Click on the about section and click on email. Sure, how do you feel about being a cam model is working for yourself? I feel like if you're not going to be able to go into a public place and have self-esteem and hold your head up high, that you shouldn't do it. If you think you can, then go for it. Remember, a lot of these things have psychological effects on you and your future and how you feel about men. Can you please give insight on ladies on how to act in front of your provider, man's friends, and family? Talk him up, baby. Talk him up. I'm so proud of him. He's so smart. Honey, this and he's the best. Okay. Make him shine. Or let him feel in control when they're around. Like, oh yeah, you got it, baby. Even though that's let him shine. Men have complaining about women's hair. Look up LeBron's magical hairline. Yeah, I was wondering how that grew back. He must have got some edge grow back. How to deal with narcissistic men. You were chosen as a victim. If you knew how to deal with him, he wouldn't be with you. Okay. She'll give good advice, but she's a Satanist. Really? I am? Because this is news to me. I didn't know I worship Satan. Thanks for telling me. Anyway. Dumb people. I don't know how to be sexy and mysterious. Watch someone who is and copy them. It's an act. Where do you find wholesome women in the city? Wholesome. A whole woman. Define wholesome. Wholesome or wholesome? It's two different words. He's old and bored me to death. How do I cope? Girl, go spend some of his money. What you doing with your life? Start your own business. You won't be bored if you're sitting up there and getting money. um, he says, act. Exactly. Wholesome equals mammy. What? Here's my thing. I would be a wholesome woman for the correct man. Any woman would. But there ain't no correct ones. Or there's very little correct ones. Okay. Here's the type of man I would be a wholesome woman to. A man that has never upset me to the point of not trusting him. A man who fully provides and gives me mostly everything that I want. A man who comes home on time every day, gives the best gifts on birthdays, holidays, and all that kind of stuff. Loves everything that I cook, compliments everything that I do, wear, look, all of that. Because everything that I do for him would be truly valued and appreciated and never taken for granted. But there's not barely any men like that. So women do not cater to men anymore because they're not appreciated. Okay. So when a man can act like that, that's when their woman will become wholesome. Okay. But until then, you don't deserve a wholesome woman. Okay. You're gonna come to me doing all of that, then I'm gonna be as wholesome as I can be. Oh, I'll even have church music playing in the background if you like church music, even though that I don't, but I have it for you on Sundays only. um, you know, I'll even wear an apron when I'm cooking, and it's gonna match my shoes. I'll do all of that because you're gonna tell me, "Oh, you look so beautiful in that apron." Oh my gosh, they match your shoes. How do you stay so beautiful? You do all of that, I'm gonna do all of this. You see? You, but they don't do that, so why should I do this? Oh my gosh, the best thing you ever cooked. Really? I'm going to outdo myself tomorrow, sweetie. Watch. Okay, baby, I can't wait. I'm going to rush home from work, right home from work. I can't wait. So that's where the wholesome women went. Um, so somebody said, watch this happen. Exactly. That's all it takes. That's all it took. That was it. I'm talking about you. Then keep it up. Then your woman will be wholesome as she wants to be. Sure, why is the fine married man always staring at me? His wife too. Maybe they want a threesome. I don't know. None of these dusty females will make it or wholesome. Well, not to someone like you. A woman can change like this. A man can't. Okay? That's the beauty about us. We can change like this just as fast as we can change a wig. Men don't have a clue. Exactly. Thank you, Lily. Women don't let these men lie to you about the makeup and wigs. They live for it. Exactly. A woman can change as fast as she can change her outfit and hair. Okay? A man got to go get a job, a higher paying job, open his own business, learn how to speak to women and respect them, become a gentleman. A woman puts on a beautiful dress and some hair and makeup. She's different automatically. Now she got standards. Now she don't take no BS from no Dusty. Okay? She watch a few Shira 7 videos and she's a different person in a week. You, however, have to transform your whole entire life. So what I'm saying is, it is true. It's true. You've seen them makeover videos. Stop lying. A woman can go from looking homeless to being crowned Miss America in 1 week. Okay? I promise you. And marrying a millionaire the next week. Now stop. You know it's true. So that's why y'all don't like hair and makeup. Because it's too quick and easy for us to get what we want with it. If you had what we wanted, you would feel like we were doing it for you, not for other people. That's exactly why you don't like it, because you know it's not for you, because you don't have anything to offer us. So therefore, it's for other people who do. You see the psychology behind it? Sure, once I got my custom wig, it changed how people treated me. Of course it did. People treat you different depending on how you look. Because you took the time to do something with yourself, take care of yourself, make yourself a priority. Therefore, they made you a priority. Hmm. Many greetings from Germany. Yes, Princess Pink, how are you? The same men mad at hair makeup want to be. Yeah, they can't. Yeah. So men fall in love with their eyes and their brain power is restricted. Why should I choose a woman with fake hair when I could get one with real? Go get one with real hair. Ain't nobody stopping you. Why are you on my video? My hair, a lot of it is fake. So why can't you be on a woman's video with real hair? The same reason you on my video with the fake hair. That's why. Because you like it. There are plenty of women with do you know there are women videos with natural hair videos that have millions of subscribers. You could be watching them comb their natural hair, twist it, lock it, braid it, part it, wash it, comb it, but you over here looking at this weave extension. Okay? I promise you, I know how men think. Okay? But here's the difference. I can take this weave out and these extensions and still have natural hair. Then I can put it right back in. Okay. Just like a natural hair woman can snatch a wig off just as fast as she can put it right back on. So it's not about the hair, it's about the self esteem, or it's about the money you don't have, right? That would be the same thing as, having a very nice car as a man. Think about this. I always use this example. If a man has a two-door sports car that's very nice, you would probably be a little bit intimidated when he goes out, when he leaves the house, because women are, oh, look at that Ferrari. Oh, look at that Lambo. That's the same thing as when you leave with your hair. You become a Ferrari instead of a Honda. Okay? That's why they don't like it. Or let's say, right, you have a fake Ferrari out on little toys like this big. You got to take a close-up picture and zoom in with your phone and then post it on a fake background and then stick it on Instagram. Anyway, you can be wholesome and have a weave and wear makeup. Of course you can. But see, the Dusty doesn't know his purpose. He thinks his purpose is to find a woman with real hair, when it's just to provide and protect the woman. It doesn't matter if she's bald, have hair or not. He's looking for real hair. I'm looking for some real hair. We looking for real hair too, all on the internet. Someone to put my weave in real hair. I'm searching for a real weave. So you looking for the same thing we're looking for. So therefore, you on the same page as a woman. You looking for real hair, we looking for real hair too. How do you feel about that? We on the same mission. Real money and real hair. See, when we find real hair, that's going to equal real money for us later on. When you find real hair, you're going to lose money. You see? There's a difference. You're going to lose money either way. But we're going to gain money, whether we got real hair or fake hair. Okay? Okay. You're gonna be looking for real hair at 40 when you start losing it? Okay. They got man wigs too. First of all, can he afford to send me the best salons to get hair treatments? Exactly. Yes, you would give them fools a freestyle. Hey, if your main discussion is hair as a man, you have more problems than you think. See what I mean by saying she gives him benefits? When you're disabled, you get benefits. When you're obese, you are considered disabled and you get benefits, which means you get taken care of by the government, which means you don't have to work, which means you can provide for your man because you got extra and you will pay for him to stay there and be with you. That's what that means. Okay. Go watch My 600-Pound Life and you will understand. That's a show on A&E where these obese women have husbands who fully take care of them physically, not money wise. They be at home all day with them because they have benefits. I have real hair and haven't had a date in 2 years. LOL. Ooh, better get a wig. Right, my man loves wigs because of me. Okay. Other obese women always have husbands. Very telling. A lot of times they don't start off as obese, or the man got with them so that they could live off of them. We don't know. How to make a man miss you. Stop calling him, stop texting him, and stop bugging him. Let him find you. Rosanna Robinson, thank you. Robertson. I just got my first wig and it's got a little hook inside. I don't get it. Girl, you better go watch wig videos. Go look up how to slay a wig on YouTube. Okay. There's people that make millions of dollars on showing other women how to put on a wig on YouTube. I put that wig on every man's woman's haha, their eyes never lie. Exactly. It's true. Mhm. It's tax season. The Dusty shacking up with Bob the Builders. What type of oil can a gay man use to seduce a straight man? Ecstasy pill oil? I don't know, because, like, no. Here's my question. I always wanted to ask, why do gay men want to seduce straight men? That's the same. That would be like what would that be the equivalent to? Why don't you just go get somebody that's already gay that acts straight? You know what I mean? They got them masculine gay men out there. That's my question. Like, for real. Like, there's straight men that gay men that you can't even tell are gay. They should start realizing that gay men like straight men and start acting straight and lying, just like married women do when they don't want to deal with somebody or act taken, so that a man has more interest in them. That's what I'd do. Right? To me, that's almost like a power struggle. So to understand the mentality of why a gay man would want to turn a straight man gay, to me, that's a power struggle. That's the same thing as taking away, trying to, that's the same thing as a power struggle. You know. Thank you, Elizabeth, for the donation. Uh, you know what I mean? I could understand if you was trying to steal a gay man's boyfriend. That's different. But to totally change a person's um, preference is a power play. Okay, very masculine in nature, not feminine. If he's straight and you, right, they prefer straight men because they can leverage straight men's life secret to get whatever they want. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jupiter. See, I didn't know that. Shoot. Now that I know, hey. So you want to be able to manipulate with the secret that he's not straight anymore. Okay, I got it. Like I said, there was a power play. Um, I would just say he probably was never really straight if he gets seduced by you. You know what I mean? My best gay friend doesn't sleep with them though. He just makes them feel guilty. Takes their money. It's a game. It's a game. Drive slow out the gate, neighbor say. Lambo engine too loud. What advice would you give to a woman in their 30s? What advice would I give? Live your life. Hurry up. You don't have a lot of time. Hurry up. What you waiting on? What you doing? Are you dating with purpose? Are you entertaining dusty men? Like if you're in your 30s and you're still dating dusty men, something wrong with you. You need to be dating men or in a relationship with a man who is responsible, financially responsible, and knows their purpose, wants to live in their purpose, and also wants to move forward with you. Okay? That's my advice. Only entertain that. Um, Hurry up, man. Hurry up. Hurry up. You don't have time. You don't have time. Yes. So this is true. Yep. Wasting time. Shaking my head. Well, a man's purpose is to provide and protect willingly. Keyword is willingly. Now, because I've seen these dudes' videos talking about why should I do this and why should that? Why do I have to do this? I'm not a paycheck. Well, you don't live in your purpose then, and that's not you're not. To some people, I froze. I don't know. Am I back though? All right, it's good. Okay, I don't know. You're frozen. My heart's not open. What the heck? I feel that there's no hope. What? Oh, we're back on. Okay. I'm these. So here, these dusty females need to pay their bills. They will when they get a man who's not dusty. They'll have money to pay their bills from him, or he'll pay their bills for them. That's the whole point of the video. Let me ask you guys: what man wants to even be in the same room with a woman who he can't even impress? Okay. And when I mean impress, I mean do anything useful for. There's nothing you can do useful if you're not providing or protecting for a woman. Anybody can take a woman to lunch. Anybody can take a woman to dinner. Anybody can go to the gym and work out and flex a muscle in front of a woman. But who can fully provide and protect a woman? A man. That's the only thing that truly impresses a true feminine woman. Nothing else. That's why a lot of men fail in relationships, because they're looking for approval and they haven't done anything to be approved for. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of men don't have the type of relationship or the wholesome woman that they desire, because they're not a whole man. They're not living in the purpose of being a whole man. So therefore, they'll never find a wholesome woman because they're not a whole man. If you're not providing and protecting, do not fix your mouth to ask for a wholesome woman. You don't deserve one. You can't afford one. Okay? Whatever you get is what you deserve. That's right. We have the same nail color. Cool. I tried of getting pygmesia. What? I'm tired of getting pygmesia. They want submission. They need to submit to these bills. Right? Y'all sick. We're sick because we want a man to be in his role. No, y'all are sick for not knowing your role. That's the difference. Okay. Layla. Food. So here go James asking me what he can provide. Food. There you go. Forcing a wholesome woman to work is feeding her to the wolves. Exactly. Right. Thank you. Okay. You told someone that the only one that applies to men was low self-esteem. He said his self-esteem was high, so he doesn't need to impress a woman. Oh, that means he's probably young. Go get you one that's not very attractive or a little bit older would whose eyes would light up when you walked into a room. Okay. Like I said, that would be the same thing as an attractive woman not being impressed by a broke man. Okay. Because she has too many options. He has too many options. He don't care about what you think because he has the next chick and the next chick and the next chick waiting on him. You know what I'm saying? So if his self-esteem is very high, he doesn't, and this only works on low self-esteem men, it's not really having low self-esteem. It's that a man sees the type of woman he wants and he knows he has to put in work to get her. It has nothing to do with self-esteem. It's they see what they want and they go for it. Okay. So if an attractive, high self-esteem man sees you, he knows that he's going to have to put in work or he's going to have to do extra that he's not used to doing. So he doesn't need to bother with you. He'll go for the less attractive woman who's going to be stupid over him. Goo goo gaga, sign some co-signing agreements to pay for, put down a down payment on his car, or whatever. He'll go get Bob the Builder chick who worships him. You see? And then, save up his money and then go get the type of woman he really wants when he's an old man and then he got to pay for it. Okay? And when he turned about 45 to 50, that's when he's going to leave behind that woman and go get the younger woman who he then is going to pay for. Because if you look at all them old dudes' pictures when they used to be young, the ones they have up on a profile online that they don't look anything like anymore, when they used to look good and now they got to pay for women to go sit across from them in a restaurant, that's when his self-esteem is going to leave, when he gets to the point where he has to pay for a woman to sit across from him in a restaurant. Okay, so let him enjoy his youth. Don't bother with those type of men. He just told you straight up. It only works on men with low self-esteem. Give him a few decades. Okay. Wait till he got to wake up 5 times a night to pee. Then talk to him. Wow. Y'all were made for comparison to cat. What? Cater to his needs. I love. Y'all are silly. Sound like a sugar daddy. Yep. Sound like you'll be a sugar daddy. That's what y'all usually turn into. Once y'all got some money after being married to Bob the Builder chick and you done saved up a bunch, got your dream car, got high up in your career, and you dump her and then go pay for the woman you want. Very simple. Second wife, better life. They gotta pay to hold my hand. So whatever. Not true. Most men of means wives have been with them for years. Yeah, but they got mistresses too. Right? If a guy of mine complained about spending a certain amount on me, accuse me of using him, and then come off and apologize after, still shows he's dusty, right? If it's painful for a man to spend money, it's painful for me to be there. That means he don't have it to spend. Okay. It hurts me to see a man in pain spending his money. That I can't take a man money who don't have money for real. You know what I'm saying? It's like taking from a poor person. You don't want to do that. Like I said, if he has it to give, he doesn't mind giving it. So I'm saying stop dating these broke men. Girl, why is Dusty trying to give you his whole little chick? I don't know why he's doing that to them. I don't know. I talk to young guys online, so I won't deal with them in real life. Okay. That's exactly what it is. Exactly. How do I work with, this is the wrong channel, Don. These guys think I'm 10 years younger than my age. I just usually go with it. Good for you. That's smart. Chris, that's cool. That's totally your decision. Okay. Why are there so many narcissists nowadays? Because it's a form of protection. A lot of people are narcissistic to either control weak people. See, here's my thing. If your man is narcissistic, you are weak. Okay? If anybody you're dealing with is a narcissist, you are weak. They chose you because you're weak. You're not understanding. Because a real strong, high confident woman would not even think that person was a narcissist. They would just be done with that person and be like, oh my God, he's delusional, and be on to the next person. Okay. If you sitting there trying to work with that mess, you have low self-esteem. Okay. So every video I get that to be with someone that respects you and sees you as someone that he would do everything for. You see, that means you need to level up and stay away from men who try to put you down because to make themselves feel better. Thank you, Nisha Gray. Can you give us advice on military men? Get your STD check every week. That's my life. Hi, kitty. When I get married, should I let my rich husband meet my ratchet family or lie about it, girl? You need some time to prepare him. Do some FaceTime first so he can get a feel for it. He's a FaceTime. Right. Mm-hmm. In my entire life, I have never asked anyone or even thought about how to deal with a narcissist because I don't attract them. Why? Because I'm not weak. Okay. You attract them to you. Okay. A narcissist will take one look at me and turn and walk the other way. Why? Because I don't look like I can be controlled, manipulated, or any of that stuff. Okay. Like, wait, where are you going? Come back. Oh no, I can't shine around you. Oh, I can't pull one over on you. Exactly. Bye. He said he will only provide and protect once married. Ask him when he's going to propose and ask him, then you will only provide sex after you are married. See how quick that changed. How you doing? Oh, guess I have to pull up my undies. That's gonna wait till marriage too, right? All right. You like it, then you need to put a ring on it. How dare a man ever say that? I'm not providing and protecting until I'm married. Well, I ain't sleeping with you till we married then. Because I could, I can get provided for and sleep with somebody at the same time if that's what it's come to. um, so a man's purpose is not to, you know, uh, be your equal or your business partner. He is to provide and protect willingly for you and your children when you have them. Okay. Um, Broke men are abusive. Yep. Um, Everybody ain't going to have a man with money. That's like winning the lottery. But they can have a man that can provide and protect. Are you making enough money to where your wife don't have to work when she's 9 months pregnant, or are you sorry and need help to make the rent? You know what I'm saying? You gonna make your pregnant wife of 9 months go slave for another man for 8 to 12 hours a day, or you gonna go get that? Okay, that's how I'm looking at it. Right? What age would you look for if you're 27? Whatever age is paying bills, baby. The older, the faster they pay the bills. Love you and your knowledge, but it's even better when Velvet is in there. The cat, yeah. Um, you see, men expect women to a lot. Thank you, Nisha Gray. Military are checked for STDs periodically. Do you have any other advice about free lifestyle? It's worth. He's a provider, man. I said you get STDs checked. Okay. My advice is he's a good starter husband. And if he is gone, you have plenty of room. I don't think so. They're not going to take you seriously. I'm just being honest with you. I would just chalk it up as a good memory to tell my kids after I married about 10, 15 years with my real husband. Okay. I'm sorry. And plus, I don't like, that's another thing. And y'all, no offense against military, but they're too brainwashed for me. I can't do it unless I'm the one doing the brainwashing. They take everything too, they believe everything at face value because they've been trained and brainwashed and broken. No, I can't do that. I need somebody with some. And even though James was a military man, that was so long ago, he's got his own mind again. You know what I'm saying? Even though sometimes it still kicks in every now and then, but I can't. Okay. Some of these comments are silly. So always go for the best thing for you. Always go for the best type of man for you. Don't settle. hmm You knew men that would work 3 jobs for their family? Exactly. Those were the good old days. Even if a man didn't have a good job, he had 3 jobs, which equals at least one good job. And he was, and those type of men are treated really well and usually fulfilled because they have provided and protected and lived in their masculine role. Um, when they get home from work, they get their food, biggest piece of food or whatever, the biggest plate. Their wife automatically feels bad because they got to work 3 jobs to support their family. So they treat them extra good and give them whatever they want. They're happier. Ask. Have you ever seen a man that had two to three jobs that didn't get everything he wanted at home? And I'm not saying that you should aim for that. I'm just saying if that's how it used to be. Most in these day and age, you can have different streams of income without have to physically work. You work smarter, not harder now in this age of information. But back in the old days, before they had, people that knew how to make money without leaving their house, you know, people were well respected for doing such deeds. hmm Talk about STD protection before you spread your legs. Right. Get tested and protect yourself. That's that easy. Stop sleeping with everybody unless they paying them bills. Okay. If my rich husband to be meets my poor family, he will still treat me the same. If he love you, yes. Unless them family members start begging for money. The military will force him to support you and your children on that. Oh, okay. Y'all are talking about military. That's good. Y'all, you know how many miles those housewives are running on treadmills every day so they man can look at them? What you talking about walking 3 miles for? um, there you go. Thank you, AK Social. My best friend has been wanting to date me for years. He had it together, but recently went through hard times. He does work hard and is doing everything to show me he wants to provide. Do I stay? Wait till he get his stuff together for you to date him. That way he'll have something to aim for. Don't you never reward someone until they deserve the reward. Okay. Oh, let me give you your trust. Let me give you your let me give you a new car before you graduate. No, wait till after. Oh, let me give you your graduation gift before you graduate. No, graduate first. Don't reward someone unless they deserve it. Don't get with your BFF. They know too much about you. Exactly, KR. That must be young love. If you're young, go ahead and fall in love a few times. Make those mistakes. Get it over with. Get it out of the way so you can do better next time. Recovering pick me how to get over wanting sex every few months from my good old sex dusty. Delete his number. Pretend he died. Okay. Block him. Get a new relationship going. You know? That's just so strange for me. Like I will always keep moving forward. Never had to go backwards. That's because I knew I could get it over here and didn't have to go back over there. Why would you want to experience the same thing that, especially from a man that don't want you, when you could experience something totally new from a man that does want you? That's my question. When you watch this video back, you're going to be like, dang, I look fire. Thank you, LA Peaches. Sorry, I can't be your naked hit. Y'all are silly. These broke family members are going to be coming out of the woodwork if you marry a rich man. Just don't tell them you got married. So keep hope alive until he's other in the relationship, and you're going to be probably the Bob the Builder in the relationship, and he'll never appreciate you, and you'll always regret it in the end. Okay, so let a man be a man willingly, right? And if he's not able to do those things, then he's not ready for you. Okay, leave him alone until he gets ready. And it may not be with you. It may be with another woman in a few years. It may be with the next woman, but he ain't ready with you. You know what I'm saying? So let that go and find someone who is trying to fulfill the role of a man. Okay. We're not interviewing um, boys. We're not interviewing boys that are jealous of women. We're not interviewing men who don't want or know their role. We're only dealing with men who willingly want to fulfill their role as providers and protectors. Otherwise, you don't deal with them. Okay? And words don't count, only actions. Let me repeat that. Words don't count, only actions count. So they may say they want or they will provide and protect, but I need some proof, some evidence, and some examples. You know what I'm saying? So don't get involved with these type of men who aren't willing to fulfill their role. Because like I said in the beginning, that is the reason men exist. And if they're not fulfilling their role, they don't feel like a man, and therefore they keep searching for things to make them feel masculine, which is why they start to cheat, which is why they start to do things that irritate you and make you mad, and so that they can feel masculine and in charge. You know what I mean? So be smart. Okay. Mm-hmm. James is not African, he's African American. Um, he was born here in America. His mom was born in America. And I think his mama was born in America. He's just dark. Um, in the South. That's the location. Mm-hmm. I have a whole video on how I met James. Okay. I was at a restaurant bar. My friend was the bartender and she worked there, and I was waiting for my ex-boss to go open the doors at the mortuary. But um, as a volunteer, so that I can possibly get a job back with him or something else. But he was late, and James popped up. See, I was still on a mission. The early bird get the worm, baby. So anyway, that's how I met him. Words don't count, only action. Exactly. Mm-hmm. So, right, you have to make them prove themselves, and they don't mind doing it if they're willing. Okay. How were your sandwich skills on a scale of 1 to 10? Well, when I was getting paid to make sandwiches at the age of 18 at Subway, they were professional. Okay. When I'm getting paid, they're probably on a 11. When I'm not getting paid, they're on a 0. Okay. My chef skills are on a 11 as well when I'm getting paid. When I'm not getting paid, they're on a 0. Okay. They're on a 0. Thank you. Yeah, I think I overdid it on the highlighter today. And I exfoliated so my skin is shiny. No money is No money is not happiness, but it's stability. So it's important to have when men do you wrong, at least you will have something to fall back on and not completely destroyed. Yeah, that's good. Just know what you want. Indecision is death. Exactly. These dusty females don't want to listen. Okay, Chris. um, Shira, what's a couple of books you recommend to help with being a conversationalist? Why would you want to talk when men are not going to listen? That's my question. A man wants to impress you. Let them impress you. That means ask one question and then let them talk. Ask another question and then let them talk about themselves. You are not supposed to be a conversationalist with a man that you want. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to do all the talking and impressing, and you're supposed to, oh, really? Wow, you're so smart. You're supposed to stroke his ego. Okay. You be a conversationalist with your friend, your coworker, your colleague, you know, random, person sitting next to you somewhere that sparks up a conversation, but not with a man of interest. Okay. And that's the truth. Because you're just going to turn them off. But if you're trying to be a conversationalist, then you need to know that that's a masculine trait. So, no, you shouldn't do that. I've had some horrible experience with a Southern man. He started off so sweet. Oh, he was a wolf in a wolf in sheep's clothing, huh? Well, how old was he? Hmm. I believe she said he offered. Offered what? Hmm. How to stop being shy? You need to stop being shy. Go talk to random people. Introduce yourself. Make it an exercise. Make it a daily thing to talk to people to get yourself out of shyness. Force yourself. Hmm. I usually would say take 3 shots of tequila, but if you're trying to break out of shyness without drinking, then you need to just go up and practice every day. Just even if it's the old lady in line. Hi, ma'am. Ooh, I love your top. It's so nice. It makes your eyes look nice. Da, da, da. Just go talk to random people. Once you start talking to random people, it's going to be easy to respond to men, you know? My grandmother told me don't give a man nothing for free. Dusties think I'm worse because I'm applying pressure. I need to see results, period. You're not supposed to apply pressure to a dusty. You're just going to get a dust poof. Okay? You're going to be disappear like a poof of dust. You don't apply pressure to any dusty. You don't apply pressure to men. They have to willingly give. The only time you apply pressure is when you know that they're going to give in because they want to and they're stalling, but you know that they want to. For example, if you already know or if they've already proposed and you got a ring and they've already done this and that to prove themselves to you, all you have to do is put the added pressure on to speed things up if they're already committed to their role as provider and protector. If you're already being provided for and protected before you guys get married and y'all are engaged, then, that's not really putting on pressure. But if he's not even committed to you and he's not providing or protecting you and you're pressuring him, that means he don't want to do it, you know? So that's a different story. And it's masculine. It's masculine for you to push that on a man who doesn't even want to give it to you. Okay? So stop. And a lot of times They would say yes if you just look different. I ain't lying. Stick a wig on and put some makeup on in a sexy dress and heels and see how fast they start saying yes. I promise you. Okay. Because they know if you walk away in that moment, you will have five other guys up on you. So they gonna say yes. But if no one's even looking at you when you walk in the room, they can say whatever they want to say. Okay. So make sure when you are talking to a man and you're putting out your expectations and your you know, standards that you look good enough to put them standards out. Okay. Um, so yeah. No. How did what? Love the skin you're in and enhance your best asset. Yeah. Yep. Love yourself and others will follow. But you also have to understand what men like. Okay. What is a man's fantasy? What does he click like on Instagram? What type of crap is he watching on Pornhub? What them women look like? You know what I'm saying? What is he pulling up to fantasize about? If not, if you're not, on that same type of level in some type of way, then you already know he's not attracted to you. Hmm. So, what's a man's fantasy? Exactly what turns his head. Makes him break his neck in front of the woman he's sitting across with. That's a man's fantasy. The woman that walks across and makes him breaks his neck while he's sitting with his woman. That's a fantasy. So next time, okay, no matter what he says, no matter what he says, that's his fantasy if he just broke his neck to look. Don't fall for the okie doke. Especially if you look the exact opposite. Know who he is. Um, People usually find mates in their same social class, and they usually be divorced. Hmm. Sure, did you know that Frederick Douglass was a Dusty? No, I did. Um, Single moms are the real Dusties. Really? Well, they wouldn't be dusty if the man had stayed with them. The man is probably more dusty than the woman if he couldn't even afford to provide and protect. So, mhm. If the single mom is the dusty, imagine the man who got her pregnant. He was super dusty. Hmm. Don't entertain dusties, but this guy filled up my gas tank randomly today because I was leveled up. Oh, that's nice. That's just your little added bonus for looking cute that day. Hmm. Good for you. That free cash. Broke single moms produce broke dusty black men, and broke dusty black men produce broke single moms. There you go. It's a sandwich. Guys in here need to give you. There's no such thing as a dusty woman. How do you know if a woman is broke unless you ask her for money? Exactly. Hmm. That can be said for all races. No, what? To Michaela, I don't know about proud, but stay dusty. So if you are out with a man and he looks at someone else and makes a comment in favor of the person, should you be worried? No, you should observe. That's what he likes. Okay? Like, ooh, I could rock that better. You know, that's it. So only an insecure woman would be worried. A smart woman would observe him looking at all of that and be like, dang, I can rock that look better than she can and pull it right off. Now, if you can't rock it and he's looking at you and you can't rock that look or something similar or compete with it, that means you ain't his type. Okay? That means get it together, you ain't his type. That means if that woman asked him what time it was, he would give that woman his phone number. That's what that means. So it means get yourself together if you don't look as good as her. If you do look as good as her, it means you can rock that look better than she can, or at least you can compete with her, look wise. Otherwise, you are not his type. Single women are the producers of Dusty. Is your mom single? Observer Melanin. Maybe we need to hook her up. She tell her to come join the Level Up group, so you can stop being a Dusty since she is the one holding you back. So I'll let her in free. Tell your mama to write me, and I'll let her in the Level Up group so she can get a man, so you can no longer be Dusty. Okay. How about that? That way, that won't be your excuse any longer. Tell her I let her in free, so she. Oh, he said Dusties are created by single mothers, and I asked him if he would like if his mom was single and that I would let her in the Level Up group so she can get her a man so he could stop blaming his dustiness on his mother. That's what I told him. I don't know. I be trying to help, but they don't want the help. They tell you the problem, I offer is the solution, and they still don't want it. Ugh. That's how you know that they don't mind being dusty, and they know that they're dusty. Your sugar daddy just paid for your dinner shopping tonight. Good for you, girl. Good. Um, so true about the social class comment. Okay, y'all talking to each other. My Dusty, you're dusty and proud. Good for you, Dusty Rhodes. Claim your status. That's Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes ahead. Men don't care what their kids think if you putting it on them. Oh, y'all are talking to each other. Okay. Sure, my aunt is just like you, except she shared this wealth of advice like you do, but she does every now and then. Oh, she never shared this advice. Okay. Well, maybe she will if you ask her. Um, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna nickname myself the Dust Buster. You come in here making dusty comments, I'm gonna bust you. Make a T-shirt with a Dust Buster on it. Put it in my merch section. Um, Women should never give men money. Period. No matter what color they are. Okay. Women in general shouldn't give men any type of money unless they came out her body and they're under the age of the ability to earn their own money. Okay. Or on a holiday. So you're the owner operator, and I don't do broke single moms. You can't do broke single moms because those are the easiest targets. And if you can't even do one, then you probably really unattractive. And you are owner and operator of what? Okay, that's the question. Because I'm the owner and operator too of many things. So ain't that right? Most men will even tell you, mhm, that they date single mothers because they're easier to date. But if you can't even get one of those, then there's no hope for you. Um, he got a little he finally made it to five figures and he think he's special. Owner and operator of what? A Honda, a '98 Honda, two semi trucks. Ooh, truck driver Dusty. That's the best kind. The kind that's never home, and the kind that keep them checks coming. Okay. The kind that allows you to have an open relationship that they don't know about. Great, wonderful. You do 150K in a year. I do more than that sitting here talking about Dusty's baby. That see when they try to brag, it's just sad. They tried it though. That's not impressive, okay? I gotta never mind. I can't even talk about some stuff right now because that's not impressive. Not to me. I'm so sorry. And you sitting up here being picky. Boy, bye. Where's Michaela? She bragging on 150. Oh yeah. Oh, she gone. I mean, that's good for a single man. That's good for you. You know, that's okay. But that's not enough to be picky. Somebody called you a splendid daddy. You can't even be a sugar daddy. You got to be a splendid daddy. He can't afford the extra money because he can't afford the extra kids. So he just got to take the single person. Yes, he can't afford the extra. Dusty and proud. Right. Ah, that's a super lie. How many women on here in my level up group have kids and are dating millionaires? Say me. Me. Okay, now shut up. He don't know nothing. He only make. He got all you do is drive, dude. Drive and eat fast food. Okay, bye, Felicia. Yeah, why you worried about us? Did somebody take your child? You got child support. He's targeting single women because somebody took his child and put him on child support. Dude, that's why he got to work hard driving them trucks. While he was out driving, she was having somebody's baby. Well, he was she was giving his stuff away. He probably thought the baby wasn't his, and she probably made him pay for the paternity test, and it ended up being his. That 1 week he was home, and now he got to pay for it while she go out and sleep with other people and get full custody of the child because he ain't home. So now he got to pay 20% of his income to that woman and that child. Now he mad coming on here and talking bad about single moms that he won't date them, da 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 da. Or maybe a single mom was dating him and got over on him. Either way, it don't really matter because he don't make enough money. So, bye. See, that's the thing. Y'all think $150,000 is wealthy. That ain't wealthy. Okay, bye. If that's wealthy, then I am super wealthy. That's okay. That's okay. But the funny thing is, don't want one that's broke and living check to check. You live in check to check, dude. You make 150. You live in check to check. Don't get me started. I'm done. I'm done. This guy's obsessed with broke single moms. Exactly. Look, I can go buy 2 trucks right now. Then what? Y'all crazy. The complaining like they complaining like females. Exactly. They don't know their role. That's to provide and protect. They too busy trying to exploit and put down. Look, they make the same statement 100 times by now. I know for single women with children who will get married faster than single women. Exactly. Sure, I'm 25, staying with my parents, home not working. Should I stay? Say it to a man or hide it, girl. 25, you better get to moving. You better get to doing something. Okay, you're too old to be either at home or not in a serious relationship headed towards marriage if that's what you want. Okay, you need to come on with it. Decide what you want to do with your life and hop to it because at this point you don't need to be dating. You need to be dating with a purpose, a goal. Okay, otherwise you're gonna be 40 living with your mama. Get it together. You too old to be living at home and not considering seriously considering what your next step is going to be. Okay, you at least need to be getting in your first marriage. Okay. Only 20% of Black people do over 100K a year. 20% of how many people, though? Okay. How many people live in America? What's that number again? 20% of what number? How many? Yeah, it's a lot of people, and I'm one of them. See, Anthony said he profits 150. Mhm. He's the trucks. What? You need to get 3 more trucks, okay? I don't know how old you are. You need a couple more streams of income. So to impress me or any other single moms. I'm not single mom, but in my group, you can't impress any single moms in my group. Sure, how do I get my sponsor sugar daddy back after I cheated? Let me ask you a question. Was he your boyfriend? Did he give you a ring? Because you single until you married. Tell him I didn't know we were exclusive. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you felt that way about me. Wow. I must have meant a lot to you, huh? Well, I just called to apologize. I didn't know that you thought we were in an exclusive relationship. If I had known that, I would have never hurt you like that. I mean, I I could only dream of being your wife. There you go. Really? Then cry, fake cry, and you'll get him back. Um, invest. Donald says invest your money in assets, not single mothers. Yeah, invest in some real estate or something. Okay, invest in something that will give you a return. A single mother and a trucker, that's too easy. Okay, you set yourself up, baby. That's why they should stop dating. What? That fake cry is golden. She's probably not answering his text now. Oh, yeah. My man says that I didn't have time. I have to focus on my goals and I let him. Good for you. Let him focus on them goals so he can bring some gold. Mhm. He said he been going to the club and his ass still in here. Oh, maybe he's at the club on my feed because I'm more interesting than what's at the club. um, Stop bashing single moms. Bash that dusty, no good father. Don't think the world doesn't. Mildred, what are y'all talking to? Men, stop looking at ethnicities of women thinking they won't see what we see. It's universal. Yeah, it kind of is because there's many different races of women on my channel. You may not know it, but they see how y'all think. So they know what y'all say and think. So whatever. They know the game. Okay. He ain't worried about you, right? I'm actually getting ready to go. It's been like too long. But don't I got a house to clean? Not really. We just wait for the cleaning service. Um, you're at work with female coworkers enjoying the show. Good for you, Donald. Connection. Correction. Their father had nothing to do. What? Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not single mom, but some of my friends are single moms from high school and college. So here I'm gonna sum up everything. Men don't know their role, nor do they willingly accept their role or their purpose. Therefore, they're some of them do now for the right woman. That's all I'm saying. If you find a man that willingly takes on his role as provider and protector for you and has a stable income, great. They are willing to accept their manhood, and that is good. Now, you can't force a man to accept his manhood with you if he does not want to accept his manhood with you. That's the point. Um, your true power as a woman is to get a man to willingly step into their purpose for you, which is the provider and protector. If you can't do that, you are not a feminine woman. You are not in your purpose, which is basically feminine. Um, how you speak, how you dress, how you act, walk and talk and communicate with that man. You know what I'm saying? If you're acting too much like his mother, if you're always telling him what to do, if you're insecure and emotional and all this kind of stuff, and always forcing him to do stuff he's not ready to do, you're not the woman for him. You're too masculine, and he did not choose to willingly be a man for you. Okay, so when I say all men aren't going to be a man for you. He might have been a man for his ex. He may be a man for the next chick, but you might not be the type of woman that brings out his masculinity. You know, your masculinity may be repelling that man because you're too masculine. So therefore, he can't fulfill his purpose because you already did. Okay. So make sure you understand that and use it. Use your feminine energy, use your feminine knowledge, use your feminine ways, looks, walks, and talks to get a man to properly fulfill his role. That's how you do it. You don't talk to him like he's your child. You don't offer to give him a prize before he's even done anything worth winning a prize for. You don't offer to pay for stuff when he's a grown, able-bodied man. You don't do that. Okay? Because you're taking away his purpose. And if you take away his purpose, he's not going to be attracted to you. Okay? If he doesn't want to fulfill his purpose with you, he doesn't want you. Straight up. That's it. You can't make a man do something. If you already had a child with him and he still don't want to be a man for you, that means you're not feminine enough for him. He doesn't want to fulfill the masculine role because you are repelling him because you are too masculine for him, or you are his mother, or he feels like a child with you. So you have to stop all of that. Okay? Especially women who always have to, have the last word or correct a man. Even if someone says something incorrect, don't correct them in front of other people. Be like, oh my gosh, later on, like, do you remember when you said this or this and that? And he was like, yeah. It's like, oh, well, I just looked online and it says this. If you correct people you love, but not in front of other people to embarrass them. And he'll say, oh, yeah. So the next time he's talking about the same subject, then he'll say the right thing, but you don't do it in public. I know some women will be like, that's not right. Da, 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 very masculine. Just let him finish it. You play dumb with him too. Oh, really? Let someone else correct him, but not you. You're not the one. Okay. It's true. I would never embarrass James like that in front of somebody unless I was truly mad and trying to get revenge on him. But that's not something that I would do. You know what I'm saying? I would do it later on, correct him later. Don't do it in public. Don't embarrass him. Don't take credit for something that you helped him do. Let him shine sometime. If you helped him find a job, if you had an idea that he profited off of, don't jump in there and steal his credit. Let him shine sometime. You know what you did. He knows what you did. Let him shine. Okay? And you shouldn't be doing that anyway. He should be doing that himself. But if you did do it, let him shine for it, Don't wait till you get in the car. Wait till you wake up the next morning. Because you don't want to end the night on a bad note. I have a masculine friend like that, and she always pulls the guy. Does she keep him though? You can pull a man, but can you keep a man? Can you get a man to pay all bills? That's the difference. Pulling a man and keeping a man is two different things. Layla, Sasha, what are y'all doing? Come here. Get them to deliver me something. I was not a single mom until never. Both my children are from my husband after we married. So no. But if I was, I'm sure I still would have pulled James still. I mean, that would have been easy still. Because he never asked me if I had kids. He didn't care. Um, sure, what do you think? Why do you think men cheat on beautiful wives who they love? Because a man is only as faithful as his opportunities. What do men mean when they say they have a type? It means there's a certain look that they are truly attracted to. Okay. Um, you can take the most righteous man, an upstanding pillar of the community, and give him an opportunity, and he will cheat on his wife. Just like that. Especially if it's his type. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't think he'll be caught. It's not about his love for his wife, it's about the opportunity that he is given. You understand? Like Jeff Bezos, exactly. What about oops, she were not done like you, bro. What? He's still talking about these broke single moms that didn't got him. Mm-mm. I was only 22 when I met the man that I married. Um, that means you're not. Yes. Hey, what can I say to a guy to get his flight benefits that work for an airline? Tell him somebody died in your family. Give him the destination and see what he can do. Gotta go to a funeral, and I don't have no money. Um, only dusty men have dusty babies. What? Do men want children after marriage? If you have none, probably. But at the same time, if all I want is the girl I'm with, I wouldn't want to cheat. If the girl you're with is the one you want and you're truly in love, you probably are not going to cheat. But as soon as you get comfortable in that relationship and if given the opportunity, you may change your mind. So, but if you don't, then that means you truly, truly are in love with her and it has not, her effect on you has not worn off. hmm That can last a few years. It definitely can. There is a difference between block and timeout. Yeah. The, I work with a man who cheated on his wife who was beautiful with less attractive coworker. Government is known for that. hmm hmm And it doesn't really matter. You shouldn't be putting all of your trust and feelings into a human being who is not perfect to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Um, you're putting all your emotions and faith into somebody being perfect, and they're not even doing that with you. You know what I'm saying? So here's my thing: if that's the only reason that you're with a person, or if you're married, is for their faithfulness, you married for the wrong reason. Uh huh. Because what happens when that person cheats? Is then what? Your entire world is shattered, or your entire marriage or relationship is shattered. Now, if you were with him or her for additional reasons, like, oh, you know, they make this much money. Oh, they're this, they're that, then one thing is not going to cancel out five other things. You know what I mean? But if you only base it on that one thing, then it cancels out the whole thing. So when I say when you marry or you get with someone for only one reason, which is love or faithfulness, I said a long time ago that only poor people marry for love. You know, other people marry for wealth or to come up. or status or, something like that. Because if the husband cheats or if the wife cheats or whatever, whatever, they still got the status or the trophy or all that kind of stuff. They have other things, you see. So that's the difference. Um, Someone says he's cheating because you aren't nasty and freaky enough. Then let him cheat because, most wives after a certain amount of time, if the man wants something nasty and freaky, which I don't know if they do or not, um, that's taking the work away from you. Less work for you, darling. Some wives know that a husband has a mistress and they don't care because they ain't got to touch him. You know what I mean? They were like, "Ooh, handle that." So, because they didn't marry for love, or they didn't marry for lust, or they didn't marry for faithfulness, they married for that money, that coin, that house, that car, that status, whatever. They didn't marry the man to be faithful. Okay. And those rich housewives or whatever, they're happy that that dude has a mistress because they don't have to bother with them, and they're already set because they married. So, a lot of people don't understand that when rich men marry women, like when millionaires marry women, and the woman is not truly, would date that dude unless he had money. It means she don't care if he's out with another mistress, cause she, you know what I'm saying? So that just needs to tell you right there. Good for him. He found somebody to fulfill his needs, right? That's what you have to. That's how those rich Beverly Hill or Manhattan housewives do. Oh, I'm going there. They be in the Hamptons. Oh, I'm in the Hamptons this weekend. Oh, where's Todd? Oh, I don't know. He's on a business trip with his mistress. But what you doing? You in the Hamptons shopping and chilling, drinking with your girlfriends, whatever. If on vacation. The women don't care about that. I don't go to the club if I don't own it. Then I guess you don't go to the club. Mm-hmm. Marry for lifestyle. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Asians are born to not go anywhere but Asian. I mean, Asian will only date Asian. Okay. I had a realization of a pick me is different from a side chick. Yeah, a pick me is someone